Hello, my name is Dr. Jason Munsell, and welcome to Political Communication, Comm 335 at Columbia College, Fall 2014. It is a little after 1 o'clock on Thursday, the 28th of August, and this is a hybrid or blended class, which basically means we meet face-to-face only once a week, and then the rest of the stuff is online through tweeting, threaded discussions, some online lectures here and there. And so since school officially started yesterday, Wednesday, as I said in the syllabus, I was going to send you sort of an introductory recorded lecture, sort of an orientation to the class that you need to watch, and also I'll have a PowerPoint that goes along with this before we actually see each other next Tuesday, September the 2nd at 5:30. By the way, I got these. I don't need to wear glasses. I have pretty good eyesight, though I wish I needed to wear glasses. In fact, I wish I needed to wear fake glasses. But I got these. These are computer glasses. Have you ever heard of computer glasses? So basically, and they got these funky tints. And they were made in China, so you know they're top quality. But so these computer glasses are supposed to help. They're a little bit magnified, but they're supposed to help everything sort of pop out on your computer. And if you're somebody who is looking at a computer screen or a monitor most of the day, it might be helpful. But it's cool. It's awesome. It's like, wow. Coming at me. But in any case, so what you can do here is watch this and follow along on the very first PowerPoint, or just watch this and then go to the PowerPoint. But basically what I'm going to be doing for this very first recorded lecture, I'll sort of go through the PowerPoint. It's sort of my orientation, introduction to the class, and then I will be going through the syllabus. And that's about it. Hopefully this won't be long. But again, I want to stress that I would like you to watch this, and I would like you to do a few things before we actually see each other in person, face to face next Tuesday. So class has started for all intents and purposes, except we will not see each other in a classroom until next week. So this very first slide, which has the picture of the White House, the Statue of Liberty, pretty lawn. Basically, again, welcome to Political Communication. This is going to be a fascinating class. I'm really looking forward to this. I really like political communication as a sub-area of communication studies, and I think it's amazingly important in lots of different ways, and I'll talk about that here soon. So that's the first slide. So welcome. I'm glad that you're in the class. And I've looked at the roster. I think a lot of you were in my class this summer on computer-mediated communication. So it's cool that I'll actually get to see you face to face. The second slide here is just a warning, so to speak. When we see each other for the first time next Tuesday, I do like to do icebreakers. I think since we will see each other face to face, and you will potentially be working in groups, I want us to get to know one another, just in case you don't know other folks. And so I'll make you give this little fake speech. You don't have to memorize it or anything like that. I'm going to put a script on KC for you, and you can read it. But here's what it is. You're pretending like you're running for office or something like that. So, good evening. This is how the speech goes. I'm glad to be in Columbia, South Carolina, though right now I'm in Casey, where I live. My name is, and then blank. My name is Jason Munsell, and I study blank at Columbia College. So, communication studies, health communication, leadership and professional communication, or whatever your major might be. I am a, and then classification. What are you? Are you, some of you might be in the cohort process. Some of you might not be. This group has a lot of different folks in there, so maybe a junior or a senior or sophomore, I'm not quite sure. I am a senior at Columbia College, and once I graduate, I plan on, and then parentheses, what do you want to do with your life? Once I graduate, I plan on being a lucky dog vendor in New Orleans. I'm currently taking a class called Political Communication because, and I want to answer, and I know that you're really in it because for the most part you were put in it, but I'm hoping that you think in terms of what you can really get out of a class like this. Then the final sentence. So I urge you to vote for me because I think watching then your favorite movie is the key to a brighter future. So I urge you to vote for me because I think watching, what's my favorite movie? Star Wars, maybe. I don't know. I like lots of different things. I'll say Star Wars is the key to a brighter future. And may the Force be with you, Nanu, Nanu. So we'll go through that. You don't have to memorize that, but it's just so we know each other and we sort of know what we want to do. You have to reflect on why you're in the class. That's bigger than just because I was put in the class. And then we'll find out what you like to watch. Okay, with that being said, the next little thing, the third slide, this course is about a lot of stuff. I used to use a book by, here it is, you see that, Dan F. Han, Political Communication, Rhetoric, Government, and Citizens. But it's a little bit dated now. The copyright, even though it was from, well, Strata Publishing, 1998, and they haven't. He hasn't come out with a new edition. So I decided to do something new, or a new book, and that's the book that's required for you. But one of the things that I really like, and I say here in the PowerPoint, again, this is not in your book, and cocktail parties are fun, and we want to be in the last group, and this is what he says here. This is the first couple of paragraphs in his book on political communication. Anybody who has ever arrived late to a cocktail party knows how difficult it is to catch up. Every conversation you try to join is confusing. You don't know what has already been said, so you don't know what you should say. Sometimes you plunge in only to have somebody say, "Yes, that was what Bill was saying a few minutes ago." After a few such embarrassing incidents, you learn either to keep your mouth shut or to change the subject as soon as you enter the group. Unfortunately, those are also the two options most people take when becoming aware of politics. Nobody bothers to explain what the societal conversation has already covered, although history courses try to do so. Nobody brings you up to snuff on the nature of the controversies, what the various sides are, and why people on those sides are taking the positions they do. All too many people conclude that politics is too complicated and give up. Others try to change the conversation, suggesting new arenas for the societal dialogue, perhaps reflecting the truth of political communication expert David Swanson's assertion that, quote, "it is the conceit of each generation to imagine that their problems are without precedent," end quote. Some few keep listening until they figure it out, then enter the ongoing dialogue. That last group includes those most likely to have an impact on the politics of the country. So we want to enter the ongoing dialogue, and even if you are in the health profession, you need to know all the political stuff going on about healthcare. If you're in the corporate world, you need to know everything. So it's in part about being a good citizen, but it's in part also about just knowing what's going on. You can't ignore that stuff. You cannot be effective in whatever career you're going after if you are not part of that ongoing dialogue. So that's part of it. My wife just got here. I'm doing a recorded lecture, just to warn you. She didn't respond. The second thing that I wanted to say about the nature of this particular course, and I want you to understand how relevant this class is to you. I know some folks say, I don't want to take political comm, I'm not interested in politics. Well, I always say, if you're not interested in politics, politics are interested in you. But the strategies that you're going to learn from our main textbook here, Political Campaign Communication, is really, really important and can be transferred to lots of different areas, not just politics, not just political campaigns. In the second page here, or the preface, the first page of the preface, XI, which means 6, it says, second paragraph, if there is any one theme of this book, it is that we view, that right there is President Obama calling, saying that, God, this is going to be a really good class. It is that we view political campaigns as communication phenomena. Political campaigns are communication. And in the following pages, we have examined those communication principles and practices central to election campaigns. We have sought to offer readers a realistic understanding of the strategies and tactical communication choices candidates and their managers must make as they wage the campaign. And my argument is understanding all of those various strategies, all those tactical communication choices that candidates make, you can transfer to your own life in whatever you end up doing. So that's really, really important. So again, it's important that you see that this is an amazingly relevant class to whatever you are going to be doing in the future. And that's what the next slide says. So if you're majoring in comm studies, if you're majoring in health comm, if you're majoring in leadership and professional comm, whatever you are majoring in, this is a class that is going to be so extremely relevant and important to your future. The next bit, and I'm going to stop there for just a second and let you sort of ponder all those really clever things I just said. And I will come back here in a second to go through the entire syllabus. Thank you, and I'll be back soon.